Hello everybody, this is Nad and welcome to my channel where only you have the power to build your world. Alright, this is video number 2 of how I got scammed. Alright, so if you haven't seen the other video, I'll have it linked up in the description or at the end of this video, so you make sure you stay here all the way through. You do not want to miss this. Alright, so if you watched my other video, you would know that I got scammed buying this iPhone 11 Max. You can see the service is not connected simply because I got scammed. The phone is now just a giant iPod Touch with some fancy cameras. So you might be asking yourself, how did I get scammed the second time? But to make this video more interesting, you got to watch the first video because it all fits together. So I bought this iPhone from a dude, ended up being a scam. But before I found out it was a scam, I pretty much ordered another phone from the exact same guy. He pretty much had a connect that was out of state that was shipping him the phones. So he was like, instead of shipping it to me, I'll just send him the money with PayPal. And then he was going to send me another iPhone to my address and we're going to be cool. I was like, all right, sounds like a deal. All right, so the way I got scammed the second time, pretty much by the same dude and his connect, is very simple. After I bought this phone, everything worked perfectly. Like the second day, I was still amazed of how I got such a great deal. This is pretty much like a $1,500 phone, and I only paid $550 for it. And I'm like, dude, I want to buy another one if you have one. So the dude introduced me to another guy that was out of state, and the guy was like, all right, you send me the money through PayPal, and I'll ship you another iPhone 11 Pro Max for $550. I'm like, awesome. This phone worked perfectly. Everything on it is squeaky clean, clean IEM, everything worked perfectly. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So the fourth day, this phone becomes a brick. It was reported lost, and now it's just a giant iPod Touch. But that was the fourth day. But on the third day, I sent the dude the money on PayPal. Yeah, I thought PayPal was safe. It's going to like pretty much keep me safe in case I get tricked or scammed. Then I can simply request my money and everything is going to be all right. So I'm like, all right, if he scams me, I'll just file a dispute, get my money back, and I'll be straight. But in the beginning, the guy wanted me to send money with the Cash App. But if you send money with the Cash App, there's no way to get the money back. Once it's sent, it's sent. You can't request a refund. You can't file a dispute. None of that stuff. Once you send the money's sent. So the person will not even have to send you nothing. They can just take your money and run. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to use Cash App. I'll use PayPal because PayPal offers like the dispute process and all that stuff where it pretty much secures that you will get your item. So he was like, all right. So he sent me an email address. I sent him over $550. And then later in the day, he provided a tracking number. I'm like, sweet. So far, everything's working out great. But at the end of the fourth day, fifth day, I'm still waiting for the phone to be delivered. The tracking number, everything is checking out great. So on the fourth, fifth day, this phone was reported lost and becomes a brick. So you can pretty much use it for nothing. It's just a giant iPod Touch. So what I did was automatically, I'm like, dude, the other phone is going to be the exact same thing. It's just going to end up being a brick. I filed a dispute with PayPal to get my money back. But after filing dispute, PayPal request information. I was like, the dude blocked me. He's not responding to my messages or anything. He scammed me. He sold me another phone prior. And I bought this phone, but the phone did not come in yet. So PayPal was like, we can't do nothing yet because the item is still being shipped. So I'm like, all right. So I opened the claim. The claim was still open. So a couple days later, the dude provided tracking information to PayPal, and then PayPal is reviewing the entire claim. And I'm thinking they're going to rule in my favor 100% simply because the dude was a scammer. The dude was scamming people. So after a couple days, the phone was supposed to be delivered. I looked at the tracking number, and I was pretty much waiting at home, waiting for the knock on the door for my iPhone to be delivered. But guess what happened? I waited. The postman came and left, and then like 2 hours later I see a message that says popped up because I had the text alerts. So message popped up saying the item was delivered. I looked outside, nothing. Checked all around my house, nothing. It was never delivered in my house. I checked the tracking number and it had a different zip code. So I called the post office the next day and they said this tracking number was not even shipped from out of state. It was created in China. The label was created in China and that the package weighed 1 ounce. I don't know any iPhone on earth that weighs 1 ounce, especially when it has a charger, box, all the paperwork in an envelope. It is impossible for it to weigh 1 ounce. And then I'm like, why didn't I get that package anyway? And then the guy, he looked up the tracking number and it was pretty much delivered to a completely different address in the city of Louisville, completely different zip code. So the dude pretty much took my money on PayPal, provided a tracking number to PayPal. This way they release the payment so he can cash it out. And then pretty much sent an empty envelope to a random address in Louisville, Kentucky, just so the funds through PayPal will be released. Scam again. And then a couple days later, I get a notification from PayPal saying that they have ruled in his favor. I'm like, how is that possible? How you gonna rule in the scammer's favor after I gave him $550 through PayPal? He sends a 1 ounce envelope to a different address, not even to my house, not even to the address that's on my PayPal account. You know how you send money and you send the address where you want the package to be sent? It was not even sent to my address. It was sent to a completely different address, completely different zip code, and they still ruled in the dude's favor. So I called PayPal the next day and pretty much was like, how in the world can you rule in his favor when the dude sent a 1 ounce envelope to a completely different address than mine and you're going to rule in his favor? And guess what they said? They're like, yeah, we're going to rule in his favor. He provided the correct tracking information. So I'm like, no, you're not. Now I'm pretty much stuck in the middle of the whole situation. PayPal has said they cannot do nothing because the guy provided tracking information. And I'm telling them that the tracking information is wrong. It was not sent to my address at all. And the iPhone cannot weigh 1 ounce. It is impossible. But I've been using PayPal for over 15 years. And this situation is pretty much making me not want to ever use PayPal again. But this dispute is closed. Pretty much I cannot do nothing about it now. I called PayPal twice. They pretty much told me that I have to get a letter or something from the post office saying that the package was delivered to a different address and all that stuff. So I called the post office and they were like, all right, we'll open up a claim and then somebody will contact you in a couple of days. So right now, I'm waiting for those couple of days for somebody to contact me to see if I'll be able to get my $550 cash that I spent on PayPal to get this phone to the scammer. But being honest, I do not think that I will get my $550 back. Simply because the guy worked the scam perfectly. The way it worked is when I sent the money through PayPal, PayPal holds it for a couple of days until a tracking number is provided. Once the tracking number is provided, PayPal releases the funds, and then the person is able to take those funds into a bank account or pretty much withdraw the cash and be set. So the dude provided a tracking number to my city, but not the correct address or the correct zip code. Thus, PayPal releasing the money. He probably took the money, probably even closed the PayPal account altogether, and now he's going to run away with $550 cash absolutely free just for sending a 1 ounce envelope to Louisville, Kentucky. So I got scammed for the second time. I'm making this video simply to show you how it happened to me, how seeing a great deal on a $1,500 phone for $550 sounded too good to be true, and it was. So now I'm pretty much out of $1,100. I got an iPod Touch with some fancy cameras, and I didn't even get the 1 ounce envelope that I was supposed to get. Alright, so if somebody has a great deal on a phone that's $1,500 and they're giving it to you more than half off, there's probably a catch. It's too good to be true. It's probably a scam. And if you send money through PayPal, and you think you're being safe, you're not. This situation just proves that you can get scammed even on PayPal, even when they pretty much provide the file claim, pretty much secure your payment, all that stuff is bogus. It is bogus. PayPal ruled in the favor of the scammer, and they're giving me the runaround. They're pretty much saying, like, I do not even comprehend how you can be like, I ordered the phone. It was the dude sent a 1 ounce envelope to a different address. This phone weighs way more than 1 ounce. So, PayPal, boo. Alright, so hopefully my situation gets resolved. I keep you guys updated. So make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment below. Let me know if you ever got scammed before. Let me know if you filed a dispute with PayPal, how'd that turn out. Also, be smart. Don't fall for these scams like I did. I was very naive, very pretty much blinded by the deal that I was getting. Ended up losing $1,100 on nothing. So there goes how I got scammed the second time. If you haven't seen the first video of how I got scammed the first time, pretty much by the same people with this phone, make sure you check out the other video. And as always, see you in the next video. Peace out.